Hello, it's a great pleasure to be with you today and discuss some of the biggest developments that we see in business transformation and that they're coming through technology, the artificial intelligence revolution that's happening, and metaverse as some of the key issues that they are driving the technological developments to the future. I'm going to go through a quick presentation, and I'm going to show you quite a lot of pictures in order to be able to understand some of the major developments and see how you can take advantage in your line of work, whether it is business or whether it's planning and development. Let me try to share my presentation with you. So basically, we are looking at the business transformation because of smart tourism in the AI, robots, and metaverse era. And I think all of those things need to come together in order to be able to be understood and in order to elaborate on all the impacts that they're going to have in society. You can see some of the latest books, including the Encyclopedia of Tourism Management and Marketing, the Gamification of Tourism, and the Smart Cities and the Sharing Economy, that they're dealing with many of these things. And of course, the Encyclopedia is much more holistic and is bringing several issues together, including technology, smartness, and it brings together all the different elements of tourism and how tourism is getting, how tourism is becoming a key catalyst for developing the Sustainable Development Goals and making sure that they contribute to society. In the encyclopedia, I'm concluding with a pyramid, and the pyramid says that there's the tourism system on top, where technology is one of the bridges between the demand and the supply. And we've got all the different other elements that they need to be managed, including the tourism development and planning, market forces, exogenous variables, and technology, and the infrastructure. So a lot of the developments that we are talking about are coming into the infrastructure that's going to be changing things. Within that, you have the vision of 2030, and the vision of 2030 is that we are going to have society, business, and tourism that needs to be smart and agile and support co-creation of knowledge and value for all the stakeholders. It's really important that all the stakeholders benefit from the technological developments, and it's very important that the entire systems and the infrastructure that is developing is anthropocentric and value-focused. Smartness takes advantage of the interoperability and interconnectivity of integrated technologies to re-engineer process and data in order to produce innovative services, products, and procedures towards maximizing value for all the stakeholders. This really enables the shaping of products, actions, processes, and services in real time for the entire network. And that is really, really critical. When we're talking about smartness, we're not talking about technology, but we're talking about the entire network that's coming as an infrastructure to support the smart city and the smart tourism and the smart customer. So you really need to think about what makes a city smart and what makes a destination smart, and how all those things are going to come forward to support us in the future. Smartness and agility take advantage of networks that they use interoperability, interconnectivity, and they're supported by the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everything. We really need to have a range of sensors and beacons that are all coming together to connect the different entities and use big data and data analytics, as well as social media, Web2, and user-generated content to support the entire ecosystem in terms of technological development and to support the value co-creation for all the stakeholders. When you bring smart cities, what we see is that there are different layers. So you've got the physical layer, you've got the data layer, you've got the technical layer, you've got the business layer, and then you've got the experience layer. All of those things need to be coordinated in order to be able to deliver the range of services that users need. Now, when you are looking to this, smartness is not about technology alone, but it includes human capital, social capital, governance, and innovation. And you can see here how all of those things are coming together in terms of leadership, human capital, experiences, innovation, and social capital to support layers of services in terms of the smart city, then the 6 A's of tourism, where you've got the amenities, activities, availability, accessibility, and all those things. And then you've got the tourism competitiveness and the tourism experience. What we've established already is that in order to create smartness, you need technology, you need people and the social capital, and you need leadership. And here you are bringing together economic actors, technological actors, and social actors to work together towards creating innovation. And those innovations are coming then to create the tourism products and service across different industries. And of course, when you look into the destination, you really want the entire destination to come together as an entity, as a network of networks, and look into how you can take advantage of leadership, human capital, social capital, innovation, and technology to support development, proactive and reactive, and to create real-time response systems that they understand stimuli of that they happening because of any reason, and then address those things in the future. Now, moving forward, what we see is that there are several technological developments that they are changing dramatically what we'll be doing. And I call it the future proofing of tourism, because it's really about bringing the whole range of different players together. So you've got ambient intelligence, smart cities, and smart tourism. You've got artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and all of those new services that are emerging. You've got robots, bots, autonomous vehicles and drones, and then you've got hybrid living and traveling that's epitomized through metaverse. When you look into what's happening is that you can see that different technologies came over the different years. And in the last few years, we were using more virtual reality and augmented reality on top of all the other technological developments that we had in the future. So after 2022, we see metaverse becoming a reality, because what's happening is that there's a lot of language and image recognition capabilities that has been developing. And what's happening is that a lot of those things can be reconstructed in digital twins and in digital environments. And that will enable people to jump between real to virtual and back to real. All of these things are supported by a range of different things. So ambient intelligence is one of them in terms of introducing smart systems to everybody environments and propelling interconnectivity and interoperability across the entire ecosystem through the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everything. This brings technical developments, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, ambient connectivity through wide area Wi-Fi and 5G, and autonomous vehicles and robots. So all of those things are pushing a new reality where you've got customer centricity, you've got the customer right in the middle, and you've got customer portability. The customer is moving, and they're moving together with their own profile. And then all the technologies are aligned to the user requirements, and they are proactively engaging with the ecosystem in the network locally, and pull all the relevant information, all the relevant actions, all the relevant process in order to make sure that consumer and stakeholder requirements are met. When you're looking to the future, you're looking to robots, and robots are already here, and you can see them in various applications in different places. This is in Century Grand Hotel in Hangzhou. This is in K11 in Hong Kong. And you can see some of these anthropomorphic robots that are emerging, but also you can see a lot of other types of robots, like voice-activated robots that enable people to communicate with different players. And this is some research that we've done looking into what robots do we find in hotels and what robots do you find in at home, and the areas where those two are connected. And many different places are now start using robots as part of their service. So this is the Robotia in K11 Hong Kong, where it is creating teas and gelatos and different things for you. And then it also dances if there is someone who's buying one of these products to thank the customer for their customer. We've done a lot of research with several colleagues from around the world about the adoption of robots. And what we see is that one of the things that people are looking is the technical advantage, but also they are looking to the top management support and the leadership, and they are looking to the competitive pressure. So if my competitors have got one, I'll need to get one. So robots will be emerging, and they'll becoming part of the service provision. And this is two ladies I was talking to when I was in Hong Kong last year. One was talking about science, the other was a nurse, and she was asking me all kind of health-related questions, having an interface that was very advanced using natural language. And a lot of these things are empowered by artificial intelligence, and you have seen in the last few months the ChatGPT and several other players coming forward with their natural language conversational tools that emerge to provide a very wide range of different opportunities and challenges that they are changing marketing and management. We've looked into how those things are going to change the demand and the supply of tourism. And from the demand side, you find information finding, building itineraries, searching for specialized services, eliminating choice, developing dynamic itineraries, and sharing content dynamically as well when people are going around. And then you see on the other side, you see concierge services, you see marketing context, content text, you can see menu engineering, developing menus, fact-finding, identification of resources, social media and organizations own websites. So all of those things will be empowered by ChatGPT, which will enable people to connect and do a whole range of interactions in a natural languages. And you can see recently that the GPT-4 as a new release that is supporting even more reasoning capabilities and a much better accuracy. I mean, I keep repeating to people that this is a very young child that is learning how to do these things. And of course, gradually we're going to a situation where the young child will be understanding audio, video, images, text, and different things. What you find here is that what we currently know and what we currently find on Google and how results are presenting versus the output of ChatGPT. So this is about traveling for 4 days in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, which I just came back from. And then I challenge the system and I say, what about if I'm a wheelchair user? And then you've got customization to the needs of different different users. Here I've said a similar thing on Bing, and I asked the Microsoft bot to provide some recommendations. And the interesting thing here is that this is expanding to different things. So I said, okay, what about culture and attractions? And then what about food? And then it suggests different things about the food, and it's expanding what you're actually doing. So it says, I want to try kabsa, and then it gives me the recipe and gives me where I can have the best kabsa in town. Now, the other thing that AI will be developing is images, and a lot of these images will be created instantly almost, and they'll be photorealistic. So there are a lot of challenges with that. This is what happened when someone tried the system to see how it would be if Trump was arrested. And of course, all these are fake images, but they are so photorealistic that people will take them for real. And then this is my friend Lee Mallon, who actually designed the MR Lee Hotel collection, which with his daughter, they spent about 7 hours, and they used Midjourney, ChatGPT, and Canva to create 5 unique hotel concepts, a 27 pages brochure, and to underline the visuals and everything that was going. So artificial intelligence is supporting the development of user-generated content that is actually AI-generated content by users creating requirements. This is supporting a whole range of things. So we'll have an abundance of content that will be emerging from these developments. And then when you're looking to Metaverse, Metaverse will be supporting the hybrid living, and increasingly we'll have the opportunity to actually live in different worlds, wherever these worlds are. So you'll be able to use intuitive machines to have an immersion in an illusion kind of experience that they're taking advantage of a whole range of actually real and fake environments that they're all blended towards creating that experience. We have never had the opportunity to do that before. This is based on the development of technological tools from the Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, and then augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality, which provides the background to create Metaverse. And Metaverse is based on using a whole range of different elements of mixed reality, and it's really about blending all of those different things from augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality to enable users to operate in an environment that is very illusionary and immersive, but also it's very, it provides opportunity to live in the digital twin of what we've seen already in reality. Again, here you can see various presentations that we developed recently on augmented reality and virtual reality and mixed reality and how those are coming forward. Now, I'm not going to play this video, but it's really about how you are playing
anything keep the metaverse
different
travel
players in this immersive environment where different organizations will be able to present their own
when the metaverse is by far the
environment.
cheapest, safest, arguably the most entertaining way to travel.
So what we'll see is that we'll see organizations developing metaverse experiences before people traveling, so they can experience the destination. Then we'll have augmented reality to support people while they're traveling and get them involved with their environment. And then we'll have the after environment, after the visit, where they're going to be able to bring different elements of their experience together. What we see is that before traveling, people will be able to experience where they would like to go and understand what is the value that can be created by this process. During their physical visit, they'll be able to build their daily itineraries and also explore the different resources and get to know more of the different resources. And after the physical visit, they'll be able to collect memories and nostalgia and be able to re-engage with places they have been in the past and see how they can take advantage of those places. Now, tourism organizations at different stages, they need to come together and create all this content to support customers and develop what we call digital twins. So they'll enable stakeholders to operate physically and digitally in a seamless way and develop a range of experiences for them. And of course, an ecosystem is developing where this is the customer journey, where people are going from before the trip, during the trip, and after the trip, and they're engaging with the different players on the digital illusionary and immersive environment. But in order to do that, they need to communicate with different players from the tourism sector, as well as the people they know, travel experts, other travelers, and local people. So it becomes a much more complicated kind of approach to enable the interconnectivity and interoperability in that kind of new environment. And I'm providing reference for you as we're going along, so you can read the papers and the research that's behind it. So in different destinations around the world, people start developing different applications and different metaverse options to be able to show to people what their destination is about. So this is from Chengdu in China, and it enables people to understand what Chengdu looks like and how they can engage with the destination and really understand if this is what they would like to do. So you remember the 90s, we were told not to sit nearby the television. Now we increasingly will be using all these different devices and will be engaging with different digital entities on the illusionary level. We talked about mixed reality spectrum. And what you see is that this is a very interesting video from Bali, where it has got a 360 degrees kind of approach to things, where these people are explaining what Bali looks like and taking you around to see how Bali is.
Today, Louisa and I are off for another trip. Where are we going to?
I don't have all the time to be able to explain that, but these are some of the environments where people will be able to engage from their comfortable environment and explore some of these experiences. Now, this is an event where you can have different kinds of events at the same time and enjoy hybrid environments. Now, there are a lot of applications that are emerging, like in military or in medical applications. And these are some of the key developments that they see that Metaverse will be developing. And actually, we'll be using a lot of those things in tourism as a result of that. And of course, education. This is some developments that are happening in Ethiopia, in Uganda currently, where metaverse and virtual reality is used for teaching people that they wouldn't have normally the resources to do that, a range of different things. Now, gradually, we are going towards a range of other autonomous vehicles that will be emerging, and those will be setting up the future of tourism and technology. With these thoughts, I'm going to finish by showing the books again, which include all these different elements and the research. And I will say thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and please stay in touch with me. Thank you so much.